In 1786, Mozart wrote Le Nozze di Figaro in a mere 6 weeks. Now we struggle to put this opera on the stage in 6 weeks. So this feat that he accomplished is quite amazing. When listening to the music, one is even more astounded by the fact that it was written in 6 weeks. The absolute detail, attention to detail of music is unbelievable. The opera starts with an overture that is a bit different because we don't hear any themes reoccurring in the opera after this overture. I've pondered on the overture and wondered exactly what does it mean. The very fast notes in the beginning, and when paging through the score, a certain aria caught my attention. It's about the seventh musical number, and it's Bartolo's La Vendetta, or The Revenge. And this is basically the essence of the opera, is everyone conspiring against each other, seeking revenge on one another. And the first few notes of the overture is almost this whispering of one co-conspirator's thoughts into another's ears. And it just creates this complete ripple effect. And so I think this is the meaning of all of these fast notes in the overture. Really sounds like whisper. Then, as we move through the opera, things build up, and we can listen for numerous amount of details in the music because it's so perfectly composed. One of the things that catches my attention and that I realize really shows Mozart's attention to detail is, for instance, the famous aria of Figaro at the end of Act 1, Non più andrai, which is composed in the style of military march, and we can hear that in accompaniment very easily. But then we look at the specific notes that Figaro sings as well, and we realize that this is composed exactly as a military bugle would play it, in thirds. And at the end of this aria, I've also highlighted the trumpet part, and you can hear these thirds playing as well. So maybe that's something to listen out for. These are all interesting musical things that one picks up in the opera. But then, between musical numbers, we of course have minutes and minutes and maybe almost an hour of recits in this opera. And this is really where the story is told, is in the recits. The arias are basically thoughts and shorter thoughts, more concise, and the ensembles, but the recits are really where the conversation and the essence of the story takes place. And one always wonders how to approach these recits. They can be done very simply with just a few chords from the piano or the harpsichord or whatever you use as basso continuo. In our opera we use the piano. And we have used themes in the opera in the recits as well, to tie it all together and marry both recits and the music. And maybe you can even listen out for other interesting themes in the recits. It's not just music from the opera, and in our opera the overture reoccurs again in the recits, but you might hear something from a few other operas or musical numbers, so something to listen out for. I'm truly glad that we're back after this pandemic in the opera house again, and that we can bring music that have survived for 250 years through wars and other pandemics back to the audience. It really is a privilege to perform for you again.